How's it going, everybody? It's Young here, and welcome to a Metal Gear Solid 5 news update. Damn, it's been a while since I've said those words. It's been about 2.5 years since the release of Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, but even after all that time, there has yet to be a platform in which all nukes have been dismantled. In case you forgot, Phantom Pain allows players to build nuclear weapons for their mother base, and after the game's launch, data miners discovered a secret nuclear disarmament cutscene that's supposed to trigger when the game detects that every player in a given platform dismantles all their nukes, so when there are 0 nukes left online. The monumental task has yet to be achieved, and frankly, we will likely never see the number of nukes reach 0, which I guess sort of ties into the meta commentary that Kojima provides with this hidden feature about how even today, thousands of nukes still exist in the world despite efforts to rid of them in recent years. Now, while the nuke count may not have reached 0 yet, data miners did manage to leak the secret cutscene online just 2 weeks after Phantom Pain's launch, so most people have probably seen it and are probably very familiar with it. But an interesting development occurred on February 2nd, 2018, when PC players logged into the game to discover that the nuclear disarmament cutscene had officially triggered. We are not talking about a few guys hacking the game or anything like that. We are talking about widespread reports from players that the PC version of the game officially acknowledged that nukes on the platform had been completely eradicated. As word spread, there was a short time of celebration, but it didn't take long for people to eventually realize that something was off, as countless nukes still existed in the PC version of the game, especially with hackers messing with these numbers. The common assumption quickly became that the nuclear disarmament cutscene was activated in error, and Konami confirmed this in a recent series of tweets which read as follows: "The nuclear disarmament event was triggered in the Steam version of Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain on February 2nd at approximately 12 GMT. We are still investigating, but can confirm that the event was triggered while the nuke count hadn't reached 0. We will share more information as soon as possible, but you can play the game normally and other platforms have not been affected. We would like to apologize for the inconvenience and reassure you that we will investigate the matter as well as take the necessary action to avoid this in the future." I garner the only explanation is that somebody duped the numbers of nukes on PC in such a way that it confused the game into believing that all nukes had been dismantled. While Konami has yet to provide an official statement on what exactly prompted the error, the current speculation is that hackers raised the number of nukes so high that it caused the count to go into negative numbers, thus fooling the game into thinking that no nukes were left. Regardless of what happened, the important thing to note is that there has still yet to be a platform in which all players have dismantled their nukes. However, what we did get out of all of this is that the cutscene did officially trigger, even if erroneously, so we were still shown what it would officially look like if the secret ending were to be officially released. And what Metal Gear fans immediately noticed was that there were no signs of Chapter 3 anywhere to be found, despite previous hints and suggestions from Konami that the nuclear disarmament cutscene was Chapter 3. You may recall that shortly after Phantom Pain's release, data miners also discovered a title card for something called Chapter 3 Peace. The game as we know it released had 2 chapters, Chapter 1 Revenge and Chapter 2 Race, but because of a lingering sense that the game had content cut out, as noted by how Mission 51 Kingdom of the Flies was never released, or how there are cutscenes from the trailers that never made it into the final game, and because of the existence of the Chapter 3 title card, the working theory among fans is that the game was released incomplete, and that there is still unfinished game content collecting dust somewhere in Konami HQ that could have rounded out Phantom Pain's narrative. However, Konami's responses to these claims basically bogged down to winks and nudges suggesting that Chapter 3 Peace was in fact the secret nuclear disarmament cutscene. But looking at the cutscene as officially triggered, the Chapter 3 title card that was data mined from the game was nowhere to be found, leaving fans wondering if the cutscene really is Chapter 3 at all, as Konami hinted at. The absence of the title card only seems to lend credence to the possibility that an entire third chapter of story and game content was indeed cut, which could be attributed to time constraints or due to restrictions that the Kojima-Konami debacle placed upon Phantom Pain's development. Now, keep in mind that all of this is just theory and speculation, and nothing has been officially confirmed by anyone. But the lack of a Chapter 3 title card certainly doesn't bode well for Konami's past hints and indirect claims. This begs the question, if Chapter 3 isn't the secret nuclear disarmament ending, what is it then? Well, unfortunately, that's just something nobody can say with certainty at this point, and it's highly unlikely that the truth behind the title card will come to light anytime soon. This may just be one of those mysteries that will remain unsolved until Kojima says something about it, until Konami provides an upfront explanation, or until someone who worked on the project leaks something, none of which are likely prospects. But that certainly won't stop anyone from speculating, so I'd love to hear what you think about all this in the comments below. With that, I would like to end this news update. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoy my content, consider supporting me on Patreon. It is completely optional, but it will go a long way in helping this channel grow. And to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Yong Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Yong out!